Hey y'all, Happy New Year. It's me, Niecy Lynn. I sure have been missing y'all. This month just gets real crazy though. I have a huge family and we just celebrate it up and have a lot of festivities, a lot of parties, a lot of get-togethers, and there just has not been much time. So really grateful that I have family and friends to be with, but I have been missing y'all. I do watch and sneak y'all in, literally strangely while I'm in the bathtub. That's one of the times that I really watch a lot of Flosstube. So thank you guys for all posting so I can keep in touch and keep watching. But I watched a couple of people do this and I thought, what a great idea to do a year in review. So this won't be my normal video. This will be a year in review, and for me, it is just like a super condensed year. I also am gonna grab the tree in the background for another day. I leave mine up until Epiphany, so it will come down starting tomorrow evening, and the next day I'll take mine down. So I have one more day with my Christmas decorations, and then they're bye for a year. So sad day. That is just, but I sure do love them. I've been collecting this tree ornaments for 30 some odd years. So I just add to them, and yes, they get broken. I buy a lot of them after Christmas. I get them as gifts, but I love them. Some of them are really expensive. Some of them aren't expensive at all, but I just am crazy about them. So we're gonna grab them in the background while we're showing these. My stitching year was really cheated this year because we had the house on the market. Then we moved at the end of May. So I didn't get to really stitch until, I don't think I really started getting my stitching out again until August. So it was bad stitching year for me. But when I pulled all this out and I looked back at my journal, and my video log, it really made me happy to see that I did get a lot finished, a lot accomplished, even in that super, super tiny little bitty amount of time. So that makes me happy. So I would encourage everybody, even if you don't post it, even if you're not comfortable posting, pull out your stuff and just make a little year in review for yourself. Just a little video log so you can see each year what you've done. You can watch your skills progress, your taste change, just different things. But it's just nice to have a little ledger, if you will, of what you've been doing all the year long. So I'm going to start off with this one because it wasn't a stitch this year, but it was my huge FFO this year. And this was my Caston Fail, and I know y'all have all seen it, but it was just gorgeous. And I think some of the pieces probably flopped over right then. But I did love it. I still love it. I am going to change out some of the designs, and I have some ideas to make some different designs for different seasons with mine. And I hope, Adele, you get yours stitched. My sweet friend Adele in England sent me a sweet, sweet, sweet Christmas present, and I'll get into that in my next video for managing to, we managed to get her a box over there so she can get her Caston Fail all stitched up and put together, because evidently if you're anywhere outside the continental US, I guess it's really difficult to get something like that shipped over there. So that's my Caston Fail by Blackberry Designs. I had problems with the little Jello box finishes. I don't think I'll do it that way again, but I did love it. Like I said, it was not stitched this year, but it was my big FFO this year. I have here Holiday Hoopla Halloween by Brenda. I stitched 2 of these. I still need to stitch one for myself. This one is my daughter's. She has let me have it back for the video, which was sweet. Hannah, okay, Hannah Co. has hers in Washington up there in Bellevue, and it's up there with her. I did hers round and Micah square. I think I'll do mine square just because I feel, maybe I won't because I have a thing to talk to y'all about that, but I've felt much more control of my square finishes because I couldn't get my circle cut exactly like I wanted it to. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But that is Holiday Hoopla Halloween by Brenda Gervais. I have Hey There Pumpkin by Hand On Designs. I did change out all the colors on here, and I think I posted them maybe on Insta. If not, y'all can message me and I'll let you know what I used. It was fabulous, but I had just stitched a piece that I'll show you next. It's all white pumpkins, and I didn't want to do white pumpkins back to back just because that would be kind of boring. So this one I had stuck on a little wood pumpkin, but he's just magneted on the back so he can get moved around however he needs to. This is the other piece that I stitched with the white pumpkins. Be Thankful. And I believe, oh my, where's my little cheat sheet on it? Oh, sorry y'all, hold on. I gotta flip back over here. Country Cottage Needleworks. I wanna be sure I was gonna say the right thing. Woo. But it is a beautiful stitch. I really enjoyed it. This is the one that I stitched on the wrong piece of fabric. So I had to alter the top so it would fit because I didn't have enough edge to get the whole thing in there. So this one I loved. I left it, I had it up Halloween. I left it up on through Thanksgiving. I do decorate for Thanksgiving and don't decorate for Christmas till after Thanksgiving. So this guy stayed up for a good long time, and I really enjoyed him. It's a beautiful design. Let's see, next, Which Better by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It is so cute. Which Better have my candy? So adorable. It's, their patterns are affordable. It's DMC. It was an easy little finish. Their patterns are super clear, so if you're just starting and you're kind of intimidated, Little House Needleworks, Country Cottage Needleworks, the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, theirs are very clear, not a lot of overlapping, really close. Those are some that are really good to start with, and they're just so dang cute. You can't not love that thing. And it's so funny. I loved it. I loved it. This one here is, this little guy was out of the 2017, what's it called? Pumpkin Harvest by Samplers Not Forgotten. He was in the 2017 Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine. And he's the one I was going to gift to my daddy, but I couldn't get the colors worked out quite right to look like his truck. So I'll have to do a redo on that one. So he just became a little bowl filler at the house. So I enjoyed him like all get out, but he's just, I do the finish like this. I'd seen it on a applique, on how to do an appliques this way, so you don't have raggedy edges. And then I was watching Kathy Haberman, and she does something similar on hers. I felt so justified. You can't imagine. And now I've seen Vonna does something similar. She makes 2 pieces with a real nice turned in, and then she stitches hers together. So she doesn't have this piece, but she does something similar to so you don't have the ugly on the bottom. or the top or wherever, because mine always has a little bit of ugly where I finish it. Let's see. And I know y'all wanted to see that close up of my pores there. I know y'all been living your life waiting for that. Witchy Boutique. This was in this year's Just Cross Stitch Halloween. It is by Pickle, yes. Barber Designs. I added some little cobwebbies and changed up a little bit on it, but it's an adorable little design. It's stitched up really quick. Here again, really clear, not a lot of stitches right up on each other. So this is another one that would be a really good start for anybody that feels intimidated. You can break any of these little elements out, make little scissor fobs, all kinds of little things, little cards, ornaments, anything like that. This is a great design. It was in that Halloween issue this year, and it is just super cute. Pickle Barrel does really cute stuff. So there was that one. And then this was my big finish this year. And you can see, I just wrapped these in tissue, and I went and got them out of the box and then keep them in a bin together. And can you even get it all in there? There we go. Halloween Eve by Blackberry Designs. I did change my pumpkin colors up because I wasn't, this pumpkin color was on there on several places and it just really didn't do it for me. Sorry. I think it's called Copper Penny or something, but I didn't like this one at all. It looked like, I don't know, sick skin or something. Maybe Band-Aid. I didn't like it. So I just put it in one place to break up all the others and moved colors around to make it work. But y'all know how I feel about Blackberry Designs. They are just gorgeous. The design, everything about them. The layout is just out of this world. So this was my big finish this year, and I'm in love with it. Still in love with it. Hated putting it up. I even left it up on through Thanksgiving because I didn't feel like it was like super Halloween. So I left it on up. Now we are getting into my Christmas finishes here. So let's see. I have them all where I'll have the thing right. This is the Little House Needlework Farmhouse Christmas Horsing Around. And this is how I finished them. You guys have all seen these. Just the buffalo check, felt on the back, the little loop, and I put my loop between my felt and my last square here. That way, if I ever want to put them in a little stand, in a little easel, I can flap that back and the loop won't show. So that's just a little weird thing that I do. Of course, now I'm running out of places to stack things. Okay, stage left. And this one is Farmhouse Christmas Dairy Darling, Little House Needleworks, and that's this one, same finish. And these were all on the Christmas tree in the office. I went and pulled them off. It's my, one day I'm gonna live in a red barn like this tree. This one is Little Red Barn, same series, same finish. Fabulous little sheep, like I always had as my ag project. Loved them. My grandpa hated them. They were fabulous. This is Farm Folk, which I've heard my story about that one. I did not fully finish them. I got into my Barnyard Christmas, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. But I will show y'all, this is, when I I wanted to do this whole series, so I just bought them all, and then I go ahead and pre-cut my square, so it's ready. The next one's ready to go, edged and all. It's ready to work whenever I get to it, so I don't have to go cut another piece of fabric. I already have my threads from the last one because I'm using all the same threads. And this next piece is in here with the next pattern. I pull it out, it's ready to go. So it saves a lot of time, and you can just pick up the next one and go on. When I would have finished this series, except I pulled some of the Barnyard Christmas in, and that got me a little off topic there, and I fell in love with them. And the reason I did not fully finish them is I was going to put these guys, this Barnyard Christmas Prairie Schouler right here, and I was going to put them on the tree with the Farmhouse Christmas. And I loved them so much. And I just hated the thought of putting them up, one. And I hate the thought, I have a hard time cutting a perfect round. And I know it don't have to be perfect, but if you don't start out with a good circle, it's just gonna be wonky. And so I found two ways around that. One of them I don't have in here with me, but this right here comes from Lowe's. It's one of those things you put on your wall to keep your kids from knocking your doorknob through. If you've ever had boys in your house, you know what I'm talking about. You probably bought several of these before. I have. It is 5 inches across. We're gonna open it up, but I left it in the package. So y'all could see there's the little thingy. There's the front of it. It is just a wall shield for a doorknob. It is $3.38. Now, I know cardboard is free, and I have big pieces of mat board and sticky board in there under my bed that I can just cut. But it's gonna cost me a lot more than $3.38 a headache to get that thing round. I have a perfect circle. And with the light coming through right here, you can see that should just fit that right in there. And I was gonna use these and put them as ornaments on the tree. But I really love them. And the thought of putting them up after Christmas was hurting me. Because I have the little cow finished. So cute. And my relatives and I had to go to some of them because I couldn't remember the name of the dairy cow. My papa let us go to the auction and pick out calves and bring them home and bottle feed them. And we just throwed a fit for a hosting, and we bottle fed that thing. Well, then of course, once she got grown, she had to get milked. And so then we had fresh milk, which was fabulous. But then he would put calves on her and everything. But for some reason, all of a sudden I could not remember her name. So I had to go to all my cousins to try to remember. So I just did it in green because I didn't want it to show up, but it's just back stitched real fine. It just says Spot right there because her name was Spot. And then I did the horse right there. And then I did the sheep. And y'all probably seen on Instagram, I'm sick that I forgot to dock this thing's tail. I don't know where it has sheep that they don't dock the tails. I don't know. Down here, everywhere there's a sheep, the tail's docked. If not, the back end of the thing stays real nasty. I don't know, but whatever. But I was just stitching away and forgot to dock the tail. And so if I stitch it again, I'll reverse it because we had suffix, and I will do it white with black and I'll dock the tail on it. So, whatever. But those are all my completely finishes this year. And I have loved stitching them. I've loved sharing them with y'all. Oh, but I got off topic. Dang it. I don't want to put these up. I think I'm going to turn these into graduated drums. I'm going to try to do that this week. So I'm going to have some taller and some shorter. That way I can keep them out because I love them. They are so cute and they'll be huge, but meh. It's just my husband and I in this house and the girls in the daytime, so 2 little girls, so surely we can make room for these. What are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 drums. I mean, surely we can squeeze that room in there. Make it work. Make it fit. Lord, make it fit. Okay, now. Oh, make it fit. The last one I have is the one, this one here. My Barber Anna. And here's the pattern. Of course, it's the giveaway. It's the drawing, the share. I've stitched it, and then I ordered it from Down Sunshine Lane, and they are so good. And when I ordered it, and she sent, and I told her I was going to share it when I was done, she sent a little needle minder to go with it. So when I tell the winner at the end, you get the needle minder too. They are so sweet. If you order online, they are really, really, she gets stuff so fast to you. You've got it before you nearly know you've ordered. I probably have it within 2 or 3 days. It's insane. And she's not my next door neighbor. I mean, she's a long way away from me. But they're super sweet and super fast. And if they don't have what you've got, they'll call and let you know. Because my LNS it's probably about 40 minutes for me. And I know some of y'all go a lot farther than that. But if I have to drive into town or into what I call the city, I hate that mess. I hate that mess. If I could drive 40 minutes through the country to my LNS, that would not be a problem. I'll sit and wait behind the tractor. I don't care. It don't bother me a bit. But all those people whizzing around each other and honking and slamming on their brakes, flipping each other off. No. I don't live that life. I do not like that life. I do not want that life. So when I go to my LNS, it is something else. But I am going to start going. I'm going once a month. So here's Christmas hair. That's my last finish this year. And then we're going to switch gears because I'm going to, before I forget to tell y'all, several of y'all had asked about a stitch along. And I'd been looking at some different things. Winter Sampler by Little House Needleworks. I looked at that one and several others that I thought would be not super hard and fun to keep going. Then I got an email from my LNS. It's called the Stitch Niche in Arlington. And I'll link them in the stuff, however you do that. It'll take me probably till sometime tomorrow to get it done. My daughter will have to help me, but you know. They are starting a stitch along. They said it's our first ever stitch along, and we're gonna order the stuff, and then we'll meet once a month for like 4 months and stitch this sampler. And I looked at it, and it hasn't come in yet, so I can't show it to y'all. But it is called May Health and Peace Attend Your Days by, I believe, Brenda Moore of Miladys Needle. It's beautiful. It has DMC or a silk conversion. You could order it from anybody. If you want to call the Stitch Niche, though, they are fabulous, super sweet people. They're there in Arlington, but they will ship anywhere very reasonably. 817-277-4281 is their phone number. leave a message, email, anything. Or like I said, if you already have the chart, or if you have an LNS you want to get it from, I'm going to use that as my stitch along. If anybody else wants to stitch along, just let me know. We'll set up a hashtag or something and just stitch along with each other. I'm going to try to film a little bit when we go and get the charts, and each time we go, so you can kind of see who's in the room at the stitch along in the stitch niche. And then maybe we can, just have a little virtual community like we have at Flosstube and be together that way. And so if you're interested in that, message me, check the Dropbox below. I'll put all the info in there. Like I said, it'll be probably sometime tomorrow because it's evening here and late evening. It's nighttime. It's 10:10. And I'll put it in the box down there and you guys can hook it up. But like I said, some of you may already have this chart, but it is beautiful. But if you want to do the DMC, it's super reasonable. If you want to do the silk, it is more expensive. The silks always are. They're beautiful. I'm not going to do the silk myself. I've only used silks once. I have some. Honestly, I'm just, I guess, afraid to use them. I don't know. I've never used the ones I have. That's what's crazy. That's dumb. I know. But they're expensive. And so I'm like hoarding them up. My precious. Yeah, I'm like Gollum. I mean, it's nuts. But here I sit with them all hoarded up in here. I don't have that many. Maybe 10. But I'm saving them for something special. I don't know what. Who knows? But anybody that's interested in that, just holler. Let me know. Get it where you want, or I can help you get it through the stitch niche. I just thought the chart was beautiful and it was just perfect timing. I was looking for one. Like I said, some of y'all had asked, and then I got this email and I was like, cha-ching, divine intervention. Perfect. So without further ado, the winner of this adorable chart and this cute needle minder, the little Santa needle minder. And I will also stick my color choices in here if the person wants them. The winner is, see if I can read my own writing, Susan M. And I sent you a message on, commented on your comment on there. And so holler at me and let me know. I'll get it in the mail. If you don't hear from me, the Be Thankful Sandra, I'm going to get yours in the mail with this one this week. For some reason, she tried to message me and it stuck her message in, I don't know, some godforsaken place. So I finally noticed there was a weird kind of a thing off to the side and it had poked her message over to the side. I didn't even know it was there. So if you message me and I don't answer, try to reply on something else, or I don't know what, but because I did not know that she had replied, I feel horrible about it. And I'll get that in the mail. But that's my year in review. This week, my New Year's resolution is to try to do a floss tube 3 or 4 times during a month. I'd like to do every week, but who knows if that'll happen. So my normal, I'll show my whips that I'm carrying over into 2020. There are a couple, and why, because some of them, Lord have mercy. And I will show what I'm working on. I'm going to have a finish with Frosty's Night Out. He's so cute. Oh, that Blackberry Designs, I started him last Tuesday, I think. And I've got to stitch on him a decent amount, and he's nearly finished. I've got like the moon and a snowflake left. So adorable. He's going to be, and I'm going to make him into a little drum. So it's going to be the week of drums in this household. We'll see how that goes. So I will get on here this week with my normal haul and everything else that's going on. So y'all have a great week. Stitch it up. Enjoy it. If not, pull it out, redo it, stitch over it. I don't usually pull it out. I stitch around it, try not to notice it. So whatever makes you feel good though, you do you. And I will see you guys back pretty soon. And I hope y'all had a great new year. 2020 is going to be fabulous. Bye, y'all.